Okay. Okay. So today I'm going to be teaching everyone how to get better at investing. Okay. Raise your hand if you're out there. Let me know who's on the broadcast because we're getting started immediately. So let me know who's out there, who's logged in. I mean some salt and vinegar, potato chips. I need to put them to the side. Okay. All right. Solomon, hello. Hello, my brother. How are you? Isn't that funny? I'm teaching on investments and you're logged in today. How you been doing, brother? Good to see you. I know you be working hard, so it's always a pleasure. Well, hey, Marcus, what's going on? All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started then. And I do have Solomon on the broadcast, Marcus, so you kind of get two for one. But what I wanted to do was, as we are beginning to introduce beginners to investing, I have found several tools that can help us to do just that. So there's this wonderful tool that's called Investopedia. And I'm going to go over here to it. Investopedia, been extremely busy, Coach, especially under the circumstances with the pandemic and all. I know it, and I know you're pivoting to make it happen. And we are always together here. So this will be pretty good. So Andy, I see you joined in. All the right people are here, I'm telling you. So we're talking about how to increase your ability to invest. So this is the gift I had to everybody. This is a website called Investopedia. Investopedia, okay? I am healthy, my brother. The kids are healthy. They're in school upstairs right now. And I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to take a vacation, come to Dubai and come see you. So, but we're talking about how to invest in stocks, and this is a free website where you don't have to use your money. Investopedia is going to give you $1 million. Investopedia is going to give you, did you guys hear me? Andy, did you hear me? Marcus, did you hear me? Investopedia is going to, I'll take you up on that, Solomon, is going to give you $1 million, okay? This particular portfolio, which I own right now, is down $25,000 of some stocks that I invest in. I did some short options and I'm learning the game. So watch this. The whole market is down today. So I have invested over $293,000 into this portfolio, and I lost $25,000 today. But on my short positions, my derivatives, I'm up 6,000. Short means that I believe that the stock was going to go down. Sure enough, I got two stocks, PIC and LTHM, that went down, and I'm making money. So I made $6,000. Now, simulators are good. This is just like the Matrix. This is just like the Matrix. If you can learn what you need to learn in the simulators, then you'll have a good idea of what to do with your real money. So I'm actually telling you and showing you how I be winning in stocks. So everybody says, "Oh, life coach, you're a genius when it comes to these stocks." No, I do my reading, I do my research, and I teach, but I also play the simulators. This is a 2020 version of Monopoly. And you're allowed to, I want everybody to write it down, Investopedia. You can learn anything about stocks for free. And then they got some classes you can pay for as well. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to put this a little bit closer. I think I have the ability to enlarge this. No, I don't. So I don't know if you guys can really see, but right over here, I got this one stock that I said was going to go down to 59.50. It went down to 59.50. Now here's the thing about the stock market. It's up at 59.60 right now. I had just Googled it. When it went down to 59.50, I was supposed to sell this stock option, and I would have made some money. But because I didn't move fast enough, now it's up to 59.66. I got to wait till it goes back down again. Now, this particular one here, I forgot which one I did, but I need to sell it to close it at 59.50, and I think that's when I'm going to go ahead and sell it now because I think I made money. Yeah, it's a call. It's a call. Yeah, I'm sorry, I did make money. It's at 59.66, and it's a call for 100 shares, and I know it was at 59.66, so I can actually double check it right now. So Andy, you're gonna love this. Now you can go play with some stocks and not spend your real money. So it's at 59.68. I bought a call at 59.50. I'm finna sell this puppy and make some money. Okay. So I just sold that on the stock market for 100 shares that I had at 59.50, and I made 18 cents per share. So I made approximately, I think, $18. I made $18 just like that. So now you have to keep in mind, if you're doing that times 1,000, then you're looking at some real money. So then you're looking at about $18,000. Now, remember, my goal is not to confuse you, but I am trying to introduce you to a tool called Investopedia. Now, you have to keep in mind, there are macro situations happening in the market right now. And these are things you got to pay attention to from a wider perspective. And that is, right now, investors are pulling their money out and they're invested in bonds. Bonds are a safe way for them to get income because of the fears of the coronavirus consistently growing and the fear of a Democrat becoming president. You have to know these things. In this particular case, I believe your target is volatile stocks on terms of short-term investments. Yes, Solomon, and that's exactly where I'm at. Now, that might not be totally where the community is at because I'm teaching them, but I do, yeah, it's all about volatile stocks. And I want everybody to know what that means. Volatile means that it can go drastically up, drastically down. It's a high risk and it's a high reward. So I want everybody to know what Solomon and I are talking about. And when you start getting involved with derivatives and stock options, you're playing with the big boys because you're starting to put your money out there on the line and you can get, like I just showed you, bonds are assure you a certain percentage of revenue. Once they reach the maturity stage, it's the safe option. That's right. So if you're 60 years old and you got $1 million in cash, hello, Chastity, how are you? If you're 60 years old and you got $1 million in cash, for example, this is just an example. If you bought $1 million worth of bonds and they returned what would say 6% a year, that is $60,000 a year. You would have an income. It's a very safe bet. You get that along with your Social Security, which is $1,200 to $1,500 a month. You can start getting Social Security at, I think, in the United States at, is it 59 and a half or 62 and a half? Somebody Google that right quick. But as you start setting up your future of how your income is going to work when you reach 60, bonds are very safe. And I'm just so glad. I want everybody to know that Solomon from Dubai is on the broadcast. He's live from Dubai right now. Solomon is an accomplished businessman. And when he types, please pay attention. Hi, Life Coach. What is your understanding of the stock market crash? Okay. Hey, CA, when you say stock market crash, what stock market crash are you speaking of? I do have some knowledge of that. Give specifics so that I can share my knowledge with you. And I want everybody to know I'm revealing this tool to you today. It's called Investopedia. Investopedia is going to give you $1 million, $1 million, and allow you to trade on the stock market so you can start learning how it works. It's 62. Thank you, Andy. So I know some of you are 25, 30 years old, but it's time for you to start thinking about your future. I was on the phone with one of my brothers today, and I was telling him how I reached a milestone of 50, and Joshua reached a milestone of 12. And the pivotal point for Joshua turning 12 is that there is no more time to be a child. And I says, just as the Jewish community teaches their young men at the age of 12, their bar mitzvah, that you are a man now. That whole concept, that whole celebration allows that young boy who turns 12 years old to start thinking about responsibilities and what is he going to do with his life. We got to stop worrying about buying Air Jordans at the age of 17 and putting a slice of cake in front of the children. My son cooked lunch today. My oldest son, Joshua, cooked lunch today, or the late 80s, I think. Okay, and he made lunch for his brother. I usually do those tasks. It's time for him to be a man. It's time for him to step into that role of that if something happens to daddy, he's man enough to handle it. So the same thing with the stock market. That's why I brought that up, because you need to start thinking about your future and having your money meet you in the future. And as your life coach, I'm attempting my best to give you practical tools that's going to help you. So let's go in here right now. And CA, I haven't forgot about you, brother. We're going to go in here right now. We're going to go in here and look at some of my portfolio here. Okay. We're going to look at some of my portfolio here. Now, I lost $25,000 today. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking at all, okay? I'm not panicking at all on the $25,000 that I lost because I know that the S&P, the Dow 500 is down. In other words, the main indexes, the main driving forces for you to be able to see stocks going down, it's all down. It's all down because of fears of the coronavirus, and it's all down because of the threat of a Democratic president coming in. Remember this. This is just a lightweight of putting it, and this is proven to be true. Republicans are about capitalism. Democrats are about socialism. So if anyone doesn't know what that means, I'll definitely explain it a little bit. You have to set your mind 50-50 with investing in these stocks. Go ahead, Solomon. Please elaborate on that and give us all a little bit some more clarity on that, as I'm attempting to show everybody the stocks here that I purchased. Johnson Controls International, I had, and they're coming back up now, but still my stock portfolio is down 25,000. Stocks that I have a system of how I calculate the value of stocks, so I'm not worried. And I'm going to go through that system verbally, because I'm literally going to give you my jewels of how I make real money in the stock market. So I'm going to give you something that it should be patented. I wanted to make this an unlisted video, but it said, oh, you need to send everybody the link. And I was like, oh, so it's in the public, but it is for you. It is for you that I desire to make this video. It's when the mind is set on either losing or gaining upon investing, okay? So Solomon says you should set your mind up so that when you invest in stocks, there's a 50% chance you're going to win and 50% chance you're going to lose. And in actuality, the business model that I have of how I invest in stocks does just that. I would even say it gives you 75% chance of winning, 25% chance of losing. The real money, what I'm going to show you, the real money for me is right here. I want to sell. I did. I thought I sold this. Oh, I did. Oh, I got it. I'm trying to sell it on the market right now. So I'm trying to sell my call. One quantity of calls is 100 shares. I'm trying to sell that. The money I make is the difference between the purchase price and the current price. That's called the spread. Don't you worry if something sounds confusing. We are just trying to take the gloves off and introduce. And you catch what you can catch, play back what you can play back. But as far as today, even right now, I was at 5,000 on my short. Short mean I'm betting against the stock. And now I'm up to 6,000 if you can see that right here. I'm up to 6,000. I can refresh my screen and it'll show me, in real time, I've made $6,348 a day. And I put these shorts in on Friday. And but here's the thing. I shorted the stocks at a total of $226,000 invested in the stocks. And you look at that, that's about a 5% return. 3% is inflation. Anything over 3%, you're doing okay. You want to be in a 10, 15% return bracket at a minimum for you to be able to eat, for you to be able to make a living. And I want to say this so that everybody understands this, because I know it's foreign. Do you not know that there are people who make money full-time trading stocks and doing options and derivatives, calls and puts, short and long? There are people, this is their full-time job. And these people have learned to create systems. So I want to take a stock right now. If you're enjoying this video, this is unprecedented what we're doing. We are practicing what we preach. We're not just preaching to you, we're showing you practical tools of how to manifest the crowns. We're showing you practical tools. So what I want to do right now is I'm going to show you how I go about purchasing a stock. Will, are you enjoying this teaching? Andy, are you in? Marcus, are you enjoying this teaching? I'm going to show y'all how Israel Johnson, how far out are the expiration dates for the contracts? What do you recommend? Well, there's two factors that I recommend, and just keep it in that narrative. It's just your life coach talking to you. One is I'm looking for a good deal, because according to how far you put it out, that's how much more money you got to spend on that particular that call or that put. So, for example, the call that I have on the stock I just sold, which is it's already gone. So somebody just bought my call stock, so that money's back in the account. I put this one out for the 30th, and I made it on the 20th. Because I know that this company, Gilead, okay, let me tell you what GL, it's gone now, but I shorted them $59.50, okay, Andy? So this company, Gilead Sciences, that's the company that just got approved by the FDA for the coronavirus. So if you're not familiar, what speculators do, they say, oh, because there are people who run by the seat of their pants. Oh, go buy this stock. People who just blow it to win. I was a little bit smarter. I know that just because the FDA announced their approval, it don't mean that this drug work. It don't mean that you can have all types of side effects. So speculators might drive the stock up on one day, maybe 2 days. But a smart investor, and this is Warren Buffett's mythology, if you know, like anybody else know, you look at the company's fundamentals and who they are, not what they just got approved for. So I shorted them $59.50 on October 22nd, the day after the news came out. I know the stock was going up, but then I shorted them they was at $64. I said, this stock going down to $59.50. Sure enough, it went down to $59.50. And then it just went back up to $59.68. I could have held on it and made more money if it was going up, because the call says I have the right to buy it for $59.50. So if it go up to $66, I got the right to buy it at $59.50, and depending on how many shares I got, I make $6 per share. So I put mine out there 7-8 days, okay? And to answer your question, I put mine out there 7-8 days because I'm looking at it at an acute point of view, which means a short-term point of view. What I'm doing is, Andy, I'm playing people who are emotionally unstable. So let's see if you catch that. The way I position myself is that I know that a lot of people invest and they're emotionally unstable. So I'm playing off of them. It's just like everybody wants to buy Tesla. Well, if you understood Tesla's fundamentals, you would have bought Tesla a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. If you understood the fundamentals of who they were and how they were positioned, they really, truly, the only worldwide brand of electric vehicles. But see, right now, since they shot through the air, everybody named Mama wants some of the stock because those are the emotional buyers, okay? So I believe Tesla still is in a position to perform and to do well, and they're going to do well. But you also have to look at there are other players like NIO that coming up. In other words, nobody's going to let you just have the whole cookie jar and they not get into it. We got a lot of copycats. So if you're a speculator, I'm going to play against you because speculators come in and buy Tesla, drive the stock up, but when all the smoke clears, you got it. The stock going to come back to a real business performance number. And that's what I want to show everybody today is some real metrics, performance numbers. So what we're going to do is, I think I can do it here. I'm going to click on JCI. I have JCI in my real portfolio, but I also buy more shares over here in my simulator. So everybody check it. This is JCI. So the first thing, I'm going to pull this back a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm about to give you some real tools, tips, and revelations. First of all, let's look at what JCI does. Engages in provision for building products, energy solutions, integrated infrastructure, next generation transportation systems, technology and service capabilities include fire, security, HVAC, okay, and power solutions and energy storage. Now, Life Coach, why did you spend your real money on this company? Because they take care of infrastructure things in primarily commercial buildings. You ain't building nothing without an HVAC system. You ain't building nothing without energy solutions in a commercial building. And this company has been around since 1885. Hey, Tim, how are you? Make sure you guys caught those 2 points. I invest my real money in a company that's been around since 1885. They're based out of Ireland. Okay, they ain't going out of business no time soon. I based my real money on a company that works on essential things that are needed to build commercial properties around the world. Okay, I'm giving y'all some game. Somebody need to let me know. Life Coach, I'm getting this. You got to let me know because if there ever was a time like I'm taking the gloves off today. I'm giving you real game. And I'm giving it to you for free. In the name of Jesus, I'm giving it to you for free in hopes that you start seeing the metrics behind why you're going to invest in a company. So they've been around for 120 plus years, and they do infrastructure work. Now watch this. What I'm about to show you is how I get money, okay? So stay tuned. So I'm going to look at this stock. You can see its performance from April. At April this year, it was trading at $22. It doubled in value. This is a solid ASS company, okay? This is a solid company. They ain't going nowhere. And people are always going to be building something, okay? So that's on me looking at this year's performance, okay? I want to show you that. Now, here's what I'm getting ready to show you. They pay a dividend. We're going to get to this. They pay a dividend, and they have an earnings per share. I'm going to come back to this, and you're going to see how I take EPS and dividends, and that also helps me to determine what's the real price of the stock, and we're going to talk about that in a second, okay? Their next earnings report is in November. Let me give you game. If you know a company is solid, and if you know that November 5th is the day that they come out with their earnings, it's a great day to do some day trading. So let me explain it. Their stock is at 42.66 right now. If I know their earnings report comes out on November the 5th, November the 3rd, I'll go buy 10,000 shares because I know the speculators, watch this is the wisdom of the life coach. The speculators, when they see that their earnings per share and their dividend yield is consistent or higher, they're going to go out and buy a stock. They're going to drive the price up. So I'll already be positioned, and that's a big word, okay? Okay? Someone with a slave mind saying, I'm not supporting something in 1892. It's a solid long-term stock investment. Absolutely. I'm just giving them a little game here, Solomon, of how, maybe somebody needs to pay their mortgage and they got an extra 10,000 shares. I'm just trying to show them how to play the game. This is definitely a long-term play. This is not a company to fluke on. I am teaching you a little bit of how to skim it a little bit. So that stock's going to go from $42.63 to $46 when that earning report comes out. If I got 10,000 shares and that means I'm going to make about $4 per share. This is how some guys make their money. 10,000 times 4, you make a quick $40,000 and you cash out. That's how day traders roll. Most day trader accounts, that's why they have to have a minimum of $25,000 in the account because there's a lot of risk. The fact dividends is paid is in this company is actually a good thing because not all of them give them out. Exactly. And just to make sure everyone knows what dividends is what the company is paying the shareholders back on their investment. Now, if you got money to pay me anything back on my original investment, that means that your financial portfolio must be doing good internally. When you talk about companies like Procter & Gamble who pay dividends because they have such a high cash flow that they can do that. This company has a 31.74 billion market cap. This shows you the size, and that's just the price of the stock times how many people own the stock. So I really don't use market cap for anything in determining the price of a stock, unless, and I know I really don't. It's not even on my sheet because I got my sheet right here that I'm going to be showing you, and you're going to see it right here. You see right here. This is a sheet I created for everybody to see. One of the things that Life Coach uses, I use EPS, dividends, and history and management. So you know, these are factors that I use to determine the value of a stock. And so here we go. Let me teach you my magic. So I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to look at. Hope y'all can see this. Okay. Hope y'all can see this. This stock, and Investopedia has the best information in the world. Quick ratios, current ratios, debt to equity, net debt. It don't get any better. It don't get any better than here. So I want to show you. I don't see it yet. Okay. So I use, to calculate the true price of this stock, I will use the 52-week low and the 52-week high. I want you to see it. 52-week low was $22.77. $22.77. And the high over the last 52 months has been $44.82. It gives me a number of $67.59. I'm going to divide that by 2. The first price that I come up with for this stock. Now, what are your calculations doing, Life Coach? I'm removing all of the fluff. I'm removing all of the hype. And I'm positioning this stock for what its true value is, okay? So now watch this. Right now, on the 52-week, I have a stock price that's worth $33.79, okay? Did everybody understand how I got that number before I go on? Because the whole video is about what I'm teaching you right now. So I need everybody who's on this live, let me know. I got that part, life coach, because I want to teach you how to make conservative money. It falls right in line with what Solomon said. 50% chance to win, 50% chance to lose. I'm going to show you how to do a 75% chance to win and a 25% chance to lose, because I'm going to show you a very conservative approach. Thank you, Marcus. I need a couple more people to let me know I didn't lose you. You're here, life coach. I saw what you did. Or recalculate that for me, because I'm here to give you game. So a couple more people let me know that you understood how I got to 33.79. Okay? That stock is trading right now for 42.68. Okay? Now, the other thing that I want to calculate, which is very crucial, and I don't know why I don't see it here. Okay, I have to go get my computer charger, so I missed it. Okay, so I'm going to do it again, then, Chastity. Thank you. I'm going to do it again. All right, so I got you, Chastity. Hold on. Okay, I don't see what I need to see right there, but that's okay. I'm going to go here, and this is my Johnson Control International. I can't do that either. All right, let's do this. Johnson International stock, because I need to see, it's at 42.72 now. I told you the stock was at 33.79. I look at the low and the high for today. The low and the high for today was, the low was 42.52. The high was 43.82. That tells me it's a solid stock. I'm going to make sure you guys see that. That also tells me it's a solid stock from a short-term position. Okay, you got that. So I'll go in the middle and I'll say $43 short-term. Long-term, it's worth $33.79. I want to recalculate that $33.79 so that Chastity has it. Okay, so Chastity, what I did was I took the 52-week low over the last, this is long-term. The 52-week low was 22.70. The 52-week high was 44.82. You add up those two numbers and you divide it. So I take the 44.82. I'm literally showing y'all how I make money in the market. Literally. 22.77 divided by 2. It gives me a stock value of 33.79. Now, remember I told you there are 4 things I use as factors in that number. So right now, flat conservative, that stock is worth $33.79 to me. So if that stock was trading at $33.79 right now, I would purchase the hell out of it, knowing that it could go up to $43 and I could make almost $10 a share. Or if it didn't have the information that I'm about to give you, I would short it as well. If I short a stock, means I'm betting against it. I'm not betting against this stock, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you have 4 factors that are going to add 25% value for each one. Okay? Don't miss what I'm telling you. Don't miss what I'm telling you. EPS, dividend, history, and management. This particular stock has all 4. This particular stock has earnings per share, it has dividends, it has history, 1985, and it has 1885, and it has solid management. Okay? So I take the 33.79 and I say 33.79 times 0.25. I'm going to add to the value of this stock because it meets my 4 factors. 33.79 times 0.25. So that's going to be, give me 1 second here. Uh, 25. Okay, I'll do it in my freaking head. 25 25, six about $8. Okay. 25% of 34 is, I don't know why my brain is not allowing me. It's $8.44. Okay? $8.40. Now watch this. You take the $33.79, and if you want to position yourself better with the given company, you can check their official website and go to their investors section. Absolutely. Thank you, Solomon. Thank you. So here it is, guys. I'm going to add 844, okay? A minimum of 3 times because history and management can go together. So 844 times 3 tells me to add another $25.32. Okay? So it's the stock market, it's the stock market raw value. That raw value was $33.79. The $33.79 gave us a real average number of what this stock is really worth. In other words, it helps you to brace yourself. If that stock is up to $60, you don't get the big head because you say conservatively, I know that stock is really only worth $33 on average. But then there are other factors that Solomon and I are sharing with you that you got to consider. So I'm going to take 844, which is 25%, times 3 gives me $25.32. I'm going to take the $25.32 plus the $33.79, the raw value. That gives me a value of $59.11. That stock is trading at $42.77. Now, using my formula and my strategy, I can't say explicitly, but I am saying I'm giving you a 75% chance that you're going to make money. So this company is a buy. You say, but Life Coach, it went down today by 1.62%. You better buy it because that means it's on sale. So because I'm telling you that stock from a practical, numerical, systematic point of view has the ability to go up to a maximum of $59.11. In essence, you can make approximately about $17 on this stock. That's huge. Remember, as Solomon and I shared, this stock is a long-term play. But you can make $17 on this share. If you can get up to 100 shares, hypothetically, that's $4,278, I believe. And you can do that. You can do that over time. Stop looking at what you don't have in your pocket and start thinking about what you do have. Well, actually, I see. So it's about determining if the company is undervalued or overvalued, Andy. Either one. It can be undervalued or overvalued. And what I'm doing is teaching you how to remove the fluff, how to get past the hype, how to be able to sit down. My real portfolio has only moved by 3-4%. And like I said, I'm not panicking. I'm not even panicking on my $1 million portfolio. It's down 25,000 on a 280,000 investment. I'm not panicking because the entire market went down. Okay, so yes, what I just gave you real game as an ex-stockbroker of how for you to come up with quick ratios to determine what I can literally pick stocks to buy. I can give you 10 stocks to buy in less than 15 minutes. And I'm guaranteeing you that 6 or 7 out of those 10 stocks are going to perform. And perform means that they're going to make you a profit. You may have 2 or 3 that are down, but I can give you stocks and I can also tell you when to sell it, as I did with a lot of you with Workhorse, when to sell it. Workhorse was a stock I found originally at 15 bucks, went all the way up to 28 bucks. In my real life, I made I didn't make the 28, I made like 10, 11 bucks per share. And I'll let you speculate how many shares I had, but per share, I made 11 bucks. I want to say this again. I said this to you before. Once you make some real money in the stock market, you're going to start looking at your job sideways. I'm telling you. You're going to be like, come on, man. You mean tell me, man, I can make $4,000 a week? Okay? Buy low, sell high. And so realize when things are on sale. I'm a penny stock lover. If you watch, as long as the stock is volatile, it's not a problem. If you watch The Wolf on Wall Street, he made all his billions through penny stocks. And penny stocks, the definition of penny stocks are stocks that exchange for lower than $5. Listen, a lot of these companies started out as penny stocks and then they just blew up. Boy, but if you in position, you have to understand the word position when it comes to stocks. Position means I got 2,000 shares of a $1 stock, like Steve Madden. And then if you watch the movie, they say we made $22 million in 6 hours because they held on to like 1 million shares of Steve Madden stocks at $1. But then by the time the market closed that day, they had sold their shares for $25 per share. They made $25 million in 6 hours. I know this is incomprehensible to the majority of you. It's not even logical. It's not even real. It's not even tangible for you to think that somebody could make $25 million in 6 hours. And the truth of the matter is because we all have been bamboozled. We all have been lied to, the majority. It's probably except for our brother Solomon. Solomon speaks 4 or 5 different languages. He's a businessman. He in Dubai. He's a blessing to have on the broadcast. But for the majority of us, you can't even fathom making $25 million. I remember asking Fred Taylor, who was a national football player, played for Jacksonville Jaguars. When he was drafted, he was in my house. And I said, thank you, CA. Yeah, you're right. I said, man, he signed a contract, I don't know, 30, 40 million. I said, man, how do you get paid? He says, I get paid just like you get paid. He said, we get a check every 2 weeks and it comes in your deposit, or they give you a hard check. It's just that, every 2 weeks I get a check for $480,000 and they take the taxes out. Because my mind can't fathom NFL, NBA money. I think it's out there in space land. And such as is the stock market. You watch this. None of you will ever say that when you were growing up, your parents or someone was telling you, have you ever considered being a full-time stock investor? Anybody? Did anybody say, hey, Marcus, you want to say CA? You want to consider being a full-time investor? Nobody said that to you. I bet you a lot of you say somebody told you to go play football. Somebody told you to go dribble a basketball. See, because nobody allowed you to see beyond a certain perception. There are stockbrokers 23, 24 years old that make way more money than NFL and NBA players make. He sold the penny stocks to the rich clients and selling them the high value stocks first. Okay? So this was my main point. I just want y'all to know I'm putting my effort and my actions and my talk behind the 7 crowns. I'm still on the 5. I introduced you to the other 2, but the 5 crowns, I'm teaching you a crown on stock market. And I'm going to revamp this. I'm going to go over it one more time. I'm going to go over this one more time. Is anybody ready for me just to go over the formula one more time? I do recommend that all of you still continue to invest your real money in penny stocks. Stocks under $5. I don't want nobody hollering, screaming, saying they just lost $600 listening to the life coach. Know what it feel like to have short gains. Like I got 254 shares of a pharmaceutical company called TTNF. Their stock price is at 15 cents a share. Okay? I think it cost me $40. But I got 254 shares. Now, in a perfect world, what do I want to see happen? I want to see that stock go up to $5 or $10. And if I got 254 shares times 10, I'm coming out of there with $2,540 in cash, and I only invested $40. Did anybody catch that? And I used the same formula that I use right now on every stock. And I very rarely get caught with my pants down like, oh, you fell for the okie doke. And that stock beat you. The stock didn't beat me because I didn't fall for the hype. I didn't fall for the hype. So real quick again, all right? You find a stock. So let's find a different stock. Let's find a different stock, okay? And I'm gonna find a stock that's, because the stocks that are in my simulation are in my real portfolio. So you will know that I'm keeping it 100 with you, okay? Let's go to EVK. I forgot what it was. I want to refresh here, see if I've made any money. I've lost 30,000 over there. Listen here. In the stocks, I done lost another $5,000, but in my stock options, I done made $8,000. Stock options is where the money is, okay? This is where the money is. I made $8,000 today on options. Did anybody hear me? If I really had $224,000 in real life, and I put it on shorting these stocks, I would have made $8,000 today. That $8,000 right there, listen here, this is how the rich get richer. You take your money and teach it how to make you money. I can draw that $8,000 out. Yes, I got to pay taxes on it according to how much I make that at the end of the year. But that can pay all my bills for 1 month. And I still got my principal of $224,000. Now, you got to know what the hell you're doing. And that's what we're trying to get to right now. Knowing what the hell you're doing. Okay? How does the money work on shorting stocks before I go back over there? I'm going to show you this. I want to show you the spread. Can everybody see that? I'm trying to get y'all close as I can to show you the spread. Okay? I purchased the stock at $10.83. I bought 10,000 shares. I shorted the stock, which means what? I betted against the stock. I said, this stock going down. This is a lithium company that's trying to get in the electric car vehicle. It went down to 1026 as of right now, right? So the spread is the 1083 minus 1026. I made 57 cents per share. That's the spread. 57 cents times 10,000. Israel Johnson just made $5,700 right here. It says $5,680 because they take $20 out for the fee. But I made $5,600 in 1 day. 1 day. A 1 day total, I made $8,000. This is how it's a mindset, y'all. It's a mindset. Some of y'all sitting on a little bit of money right now, and all you doing is spending. All you doing is spending. You got maybe an inheritance or some insurance money. All you doing is spending. You gonna be broke before long. You're going to be broke before long. And the reason why you're going to be broke is because your mindset. You have never been taught that you're supposed to take money to make you money. What you've been taught is that when you get money, you better hold on to it as long as you can. And you better make sure that you got your survival skills so you make sure that you can eat and got a roof over your head. But people who know how to go out and make money, they take that $225,000. They know what the hell they doing. Invest in some shorts, $8,000 a day. I take that money out. I go pay all of my, say my bills are $3,000 a month. I'm going to take that $8,000 and go pay up all of my bills for the next 2.5 months. Okay? I'm gonna read what you wrote there, Brother Solomon, here in 5 seconds. I want y'all to understand mindset. Everything I teach about the 7 crowns is about, especially the first 4 crowns, how to take money to make money. Let your dumb friends go on trips. They want to go skiing in the mountains. They want to go to Tennessee for Christmas. Let your dumb friends go spend money because that's what they are. They're consumers. They consumers. All they know is to go to work a job, and spend money. Those are what consumers do. They will never be wealthy. Even if they run into money, they will never be wealthy. Okay? There are friends of mine right now who took that $8,000 and he put it in a college fund for his 2-year-old daughter. never has to touch that money for the next 20 years. Compound interest, which is what Solomon has talked about. Put it in a fund with the state. By the time his daughter turns 18, she has $80,000 in there off of an $8,000 investment, which never touched her dad's principal. Okay, let me read what Brother Solomon was sharing there. It's highly advisable to start trading with the simulator first before using real money and by doing a considerable amount of research. Compounding does miracle. He's exactly right. Solomon is right there. Once again, Solomon is a credible businessman with tons of experience in Dubai. So it is not by chance that sometimes I don't see Solomon or hear from him for a month or two sometimes. So he's not on this broadcast by accident. He was positioned to be here today because God wants to bless each of you with a higher level of knowledge. So I'm going to say to you, listen, I'm going to run through this exercise real quick again. I want to pick a different stock. Okay? All right? I'm about this life. I need this. All right? Say I'm going to look at the stock that I shorted. This is Pivotal Investment Corporations. I'm going to run through this real quick, let you know I make decisions very fast. And anybody there are other guys who have systems like this, they selling these programs on Instagram. They're telling you spend $500 for a course that I'm giving to you for free. God, no, I'm telling you the truth. What I'm giving you is real free game. And anybody who knows the knowledge that I have when it comes to investing, they are not giving it away for free. They're going to tell you got to pay $99 a month or $200 for this course, and then they'll give you this game. I'm giving you this game in 1 hour. I'm letting you know how you can literally start buying stocks from a more credible position starting right now. So here we go. Let's do it again. This stock is trading at $10.18. Okay? Remember, this is a company that I betted against. Life coach, let's see why you betted against it. Okay? All right. Earnings per share, they have it. So they get my 0.25, even though it's only 6 cents. Dividend yield, they don't have. Aha. So they're not going to get my 0.25 factor there. Okay? They are about $300 million company. And now I'm going to look at their performance. Companies was founded in 2019. That's bad. They only been around for a year. I don't trust them far as I can throw them. So the only factor that they got for me to give them a plus factor is 0.25 for a 06 for an EPS, earnings per share. So now let's look at their numbers. Their 52-week low, $9.50, 52-week high, $14. Here we go. $9.50 plus 14 gives me 23.5, okay? Divided by 2, that stock is worth $11.75 in real time there, okay? Now, I'm going 11, you should have that number written down because I'm going to show you something. $11.75, that's its raw value, okay? So now I want to go find Pivotal Investments stock on their high and low. Okay? They're at 1020 and their low was 1013, their high was 1032. That gives me a value of a short-term value of about $10.20. Okay? So, right now they're trading at 220. Now here comes the magic. So, Life Coach, what made you short the stock? I shorted this stock, and I've made like $3,000, $4,000 off of these guys just today. All right, watch this. Watch what I do. So, this stock is trading at 1019. And I say its raw value is at 1175. The only thing it has going for itself is a 6-cent earning per share. Now, this is where you make your money. We know it doesn't have dividends. We know it doesn't have history. We know it doesn't have management. So how did I short the stock if it's worth $11.75? Because I took my 0.25 factor and I subtracted that value from the 1175. Please tell me you caught that. Please, please, please. Andy, Chastity, please tell me you caught that, because that's crucial. If you miss what I just said, you're going to miss the money. I don't want nobody to miss the money. I don't want you to miss the money. Okay, you caught it. Okay, now watch this. So my 0.25 factor, so 1175 times 0.25 gives me $2.94. Okay, so $11.75 is its average price over the last year. I'm going to minus 294 for the stock 0.25 factor, and I'm going to do 2.94 times 3. Why? Because the company got some strikeouts. It has one positive, a 6-cent earning per share, but it has too many negatives. 294 times 3 gives me $8.82. Watch this. This is going to blow y'all mind. 882 minus 1175. That stock is worth $2.93 in real life. Somebody give God the praise. Let me see you. Give God the praise. I swear. So they say, oh, that's why Life Coach shorted that stock. He knows something that we didn't know. I shorted that stock knowing that Pivotal Investments Corporations is trading at an inflated rate on a speculation, and that's why the majority of their investors are losing money, because it is not worth $10.19. That stock is worth $3. That's why I would tell you even right now to hedge against that stock right now. If you got some money, short that stock right now and see if you don't make some money. Of course, you ain't got 100,000 shares. You may have $30, but you're going to watch that stock go from $10.19 to $7-8 in the next 30 days, because it's not worth $10.19. Please tell me y'all caught it. Please tell me you caught it. Please tell me you caught it. Please tell me you caught it. Please, 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 because I'm so excited. And you'll begin to see that this particular stock has only been around for a year, so this is a bunch of hype, y'all. This stock is a bunch of hype, and I just undressed it and let you see it's a bunch of hype. You see where it spiked here all the way up to $13? That was stock manip. And remember, Andy, we talked about this. You got stock groups out there. You got investment groups that they manipulate the stock, where you may have 1 million investors say, okay, let's go out and buy a bunch of Pivotal Investment and Corporation stocks, and they drive the price up. And then as soon as all the suckers come in and buy it and drive it up even more, then they sell it. They sell it and make money and cash out, and then what happens? The stock just goes all the way back down to where it's supposed to be. From $13 to below $10 and steady falling. Right now it's at $10.19. So you got to know the game, y'all. Y'all got to know the game, and that's what I'm trying to give you. I'm trying to give you the real game. So your life coach is here. So now we can do some real debriefing and talk about this. I just gave y'all I gave you a simulator, okay? That's right, Andy. I'm here to answer anybody's questions right now. This is the time. I gave you a simulator, okay, that you didn't know about, that you can go and make all the mistakes. I want you to think about the Matrix when Morpheus introduced Neo, okay? Crazy game and a bit of gambling, but CA. Hey, I'm teaching this to everybody, but I'd be lying if I don't say this. I'm trying to plant the seed in my people. I'm sorry, the bull crap is over. It's over. It's over. I'm trying to plant the seed, man. All this working 9 to 5. I saw my mama do it. I saw other people's parents do it. Working 30, 40 years at a government job, working as a teacher I just saw A young man from my hometown named Billy Wilson Jr. Come from a great family. He was assistant principal at a high school, 58 years old, went to sleep, dropped dead. The hell with that. But he was a good guy, very conservative, family man, and he was just getting ready to retire from teaching. The hell with that. So he was looking forward to his pension. He was looking forward to retirement. I'm sure he had about $1 million plus in his retirement because he come from a good family. One of the best families in my community. He dropped dead. Dropped dead. What kind of life is that? That's over, y'all. If you're going to ride with me, especially on this financial tip, I'm not telling you not to get a job for stability. I'm just telling you the dumb crap is over. And I'm here to plant that seed to show you where the real money at. The money that has been hidden from you, that other groups of people have known about for years. Yeah. So somebody will say, well, why are you doing it for them? You're 50 years old. Because y'all younger than me. I'm not saying I'm not. Y'all younger than me. And I got the game. God has blessed me with this supernatural knowledge to understand how money works. You're welcome, Marcus. And it's this is not about look how much I know. This is about, hey, take what it's recorded so you can replay it. Take what you can and then get yourself a pen and some paper and start. Just watch this. Remember this. Remember this. I teach you that truth can be verified independent of a person. And this is where a lot of people get trapped up when they try to get me to believe something in the Bible. If what you say is true, it can be independently verified. I don't need for you to keep hollering and screaming and repeating the same thing. So you take the formula that the life coach just gave you and see if it works. For yourself. Just see if it works. Because it blesses my heart when you send me that email or that text message or that DM, life coach. Man, that was on point. I took my portfolio from $50 to $500 in less than 2 months behind that formula that you taught us. I didn't get trapped up, life coach. And also now you have a greater sense of feeling like you know what you're doing, right? You feel like I know what I'm doing. I'm going to take the 52-week high and the 52-week low. Now remember, let me give you this right here, this caveat. What I just taught you was a very conservative way of investing, okay? Those living in the U.S. should take the opportunity in this field. Not every country has the privilege and market cap. New York Stock Exchange is most valued globally, okay? I'm giving you the game. I'm giving you the game. I'm giving you the game. I'm always looking at real estate, and we're just talking right now, so we ask questions. I saw a house today. It was on Palm Drive in Delray. I think it was 221, because I want y'all to be able to Google it. And now I'm past needing or wanting material things, but this was a 4-bedroom, 5.5 bathroom home. And I said to the Lord early this morning, I said, Lord, that's my dream home. That's the home I always wanted right there. I says, that house is mine. And I look at houses every day because I'm always looking for investment opportunities. I said, that house is mine. That house belonged. I saw this house for years. And I want you guys, and if anybody remind me, I'll try to pull it up now. Because I just want you guys to see, because what I'm trying to do is open up your dream pattern, your vision pattern. I want you to know it is not a bad thing for you to want nice things, okay? It is not a bad thing. So, and I'm gonna talk about this curse that's in the, especially in our community, where I've told you there's a lot of people that are trying to hold you down. They just trying to hold you down, and I'm gonna be very, very upfront with it. There's a lot of women that try to hold men down from wanting to be ambitious and be successful. She just wants you smelling her behind. She just wants you running behind her. She said, well, we don't need all of that. Listen. If you're a go-getter, and if you measure your success by living in a certain home or driving a certain car, man, don't sacrifice that for no woman. I'm sorry, or for no man. I'm sorry. You're gonna be bitter, and the reason why you're gonna be bitter, you're gonna be bitter that you never achieved your goals because this woman held you back and held you down, but you let her do it. So let her go find that man that she wants. Um, Buying her roses, and you got to take out to dinner 5 days a week, and you got to tell her he love her 20 times a day. Listen, I've been through that. I came out of it bitter. I came out of it bitter knowing that, you know what, you were not the person for me. All you did, you were so needy. You needed this and you needed that. And I'm so happy that that person is with somebody else who's playing that role to make this person feel happy. And then watch this. And they still ain't happy. They still pissed off. They still mad. They still feel like they need more. But I want to leave that there. But I am talking to those of you men and women who are go-getters. Go-getters, okay? So with that being said, I was trying to show y'all this house because after years, I can't find it right now. This house, it's on Redfine. I'll talk about it maybe another time, but it was everything. But I brought that up just to say this right here. That house ain't nothing. If you walking in your purpose and you know how money works, the house was $1 million, by the way. House payment $5,000 a month. How many of you have the faith to believe that you are worthy to live in $1 million house? Just a show of hands. And don't BS me. That you really believe that you deserve to live in a beautiful house on the water with a pool, nice home, decorated. I just want to know whether or not you believe it. Do you believe that you're worthy of that? Anybody? Or do you believe that God even thinks you're worthy of it? I'll wait. If anybody wants to tell me, and you can be honest and say, life coach, I don't believe it. And I'll be fine with that too. We're just trying to get a survey. Marky said, I know I am, coach. Okay? Chastity said, I do. Okay? All right? And it's even good if some of you said, no, I don't believe. At least you know where you at. Okay? CA say, I believe. Because it's okay to do a self-assessment of where you at. Listen to me, y'all. You got me 2 days in a row showing you nothing but love. And by the way, I'm gonna do some self-care since I saw my alcohol back there. I keep alcohol around me all the time, always cleaning my pores, cleaning my skin. Let me talk to you. If you believe in God for $1 million, why would you get with someone who's conservative? Or I got a friend she's a minimalist. And a minimalist and a person who has the mind, for those of you who don't know what a minimalist is, people who don't believe in waste. They're very conservative. They don't believe in having a lot of things. They don't need it. And I think they're some of the most beautiful people in the world. But you ain't gonna make $1 million with that person. Did anybody hear that? You ain't gonna make $1 million with that person. Okay? Andy said, I believe I can do it with discipline. Kobe Bryant says discipline is one of the key skills that go across the board no matter what you're doing. Whether you're an accountant or a basketball player, Kobe said that's one of the essential skills of all people who reach their goals and who are successful. It's discipline. Okay? Are y'all catching what I'm saying to you? You know I've already told you. You only gonna go as far as the people around you. Now watch this. Watch this. You around me. So you know it's true. Because I associate with the life coach, I get turned on to game that I probably would not have even known existed. I think it was CA. Was it CA that you said This is like hidden knowledge. And it's like, that is so funny that you said that. This is like hidden knowledge. Things that have been kept out of your atmosphere or your consciousness that are readily available for you to consume. It's just a matter of who you hanging around. And I'm going to continue to give you game. I know one person for sure. I know Andy is already on it. Andy, I can depend on Andy to test what the life coach teaches him and coaches him. Andy already working the formulas, trying to see where it's at. And I'm sure I want all of you to do it. Work those formulas. Work those formulas. Get on Investopedia. Sign up for one of the games. They're going to give you $1 million. And you're trading real stocks just on a platform that doesn't reach the actual stock market, but it's locked into the stock market. Click on a video about selling shorts, selling long. Click on the video. Educate yourself. Educate yourself. Listen here. What's Life Coach doing? Real estate, insurance. I'm changing an insurance policy as we speak right now. I got the crown of insurance. Okay. Starting a business, all over that, every day, okay? Stocks, come on, we working on it right now. I'm bringing you with me, okay? Real estate, come on. I'm looking at properties you got to look at 1 million properties to find the one that's right for you, okay? And you got to start finding out how the banks work and how to get hard loan money and how to get a higher general contractor and how I know it. I know you're like, man, life coach, I don't want it. Or at least go work with somebody on the weekend. Somebody flipping a house. Those boys flipping those houses in New Jersey. If you're in the New York area, go down there and ask DJ Eminem, man, can I just work for free? Okay? Can I go out there and just work for free? Okay? And just learn what they do. They buy the house. The first people come in is the demolition crew. What's demolition? They come in and tear everything out that ain't no good. Toilets, sinks, whatever. Second people come in the house are the framers. Y'all need to know this stuff if you're going to get into flipping houses. Well, the framers come back in, okay, and they come in and they frame the house. Okay? They come in and they frame the house. And then you got people that come in, and then you got your HVAC people come in. All of the infrastructure, electrical, heating, air. After the house is framed, if you got to rewire the house, if you got to redo the floor, all that happens then. And last but not least, the people come in, put the covers on the wall, the pretty stuff, the part you like, the finished house. Okay? But what? We got to get ourselves educated about how things are working. I'm serious, and I say this in closing. A lot of people are hitting me up right now. I'm getting a lot of DMs from a lot of people who missed this live broadcast. They're on Instagram hitting me up right now and saying, Life Coach, where is it, man? Where is it? They don't even know we live right now, okay? You said, I sense that you're going to invest in Africa someday, Coach. Yeah. That's where all this is headed. I'm going home. I'm going home before I go home. And nothing can change my mind. Africa is home. I denounce claiming to be an American, an African American. I don't denounce my citizenship, but I denounce being labeled as an African American. I am an African. I have had a life transforming experience this year of my identity in Solomon. The Holy Spirit spoke to you and told you to tell me that, because that's where this is all going. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm taking all of the wisdom that I have from the European system that I've been raised up in, and I'm going home to invest in my people. Eventually, that's where this is going. I got to raise these boys to get them up to 17, 18 years old. Then they can travel or be in school and college. And that's another 6, 7 years, but I'm going home. I'm going home, and then I'm going home. So, Solomon, you touched a spot in me just then. So thank you, brother. But I want you guys to look at these systems. Take your time, just like Solomon told you. Go to the simulators first, just like the Matrix. Neo first had to learn Kung Fu. He had to learn how the simulators work before he got plugged into the real Matrix. All right? Okay? So that's what I want each of you to do. Go over here and make mistakes. And last but not least, that's what we're going to do. Now that I can show you how to get $1 million to invest in, now we can go forward with a real investment group because nobody's losing any money. So we can start analyzing each other's portfolios on the simulator. And I would love, Solomon, if you were to get involved with this. I want to get an exclusive chat room with everybody who's on here. Chastity, Will, Marcus, Andy, and many other people who are logged in. Now that you can have access to $1 million each to start investing in stocks, you can go spend $200,000 on a stock that you believe in, and then if it goes down, let's have a meeting about, well, why did it go down? Or why did you position yourself that way? Or why did it go up? And was it a good investment? So we can start a real community from that perspective, okay? So, Marcus, do I have your email address? If not, email me, Israel Johnson at israeljohnsonlifecoach@gmail.com, or make sure, Marcus, you subscribe to, and CA, subscribe to the Instagram channel, because we could easily do it. I could click on each one of you guys, and I think we could do an exclusive live video with just everybody who's in that group. But I'm trying to show you how to get real money. I'm trying to show you how to get real money, how to make $8,000 in one day, how to make $40,000 in one day. And you get to the point that you begin to see that the education system, the school system, the 9-to-5 job was all a lie. You've been living in the Matrix, Neo. Okay? Okay, you're already with me on IG. Okay, good. You've been living in the Matrix, Neo. I'm closing with this. You've been living in the Matrix, Neo. You've been struggling from check to check. You've been frustrated with your money. You've been going to work for a 9-to-5 that don't care about you and that will lay you off at any given moment, and then you have no other tools in your toolbox to use to go make money. Well, I tell you, the devil is a liar. We're going to unplug you from the Matrix, and we're going to show you the real world. My name is Israel Johnson. I'm your life coach. You know how to reach me. Tools, tips, and revelations. We don't shout out to the moon, y'all. Bye.